all of my artsy friends. Happy Sunday. Today I want to do a quick watercolor greeting card that you can paint to brighten the day of anyone you choose. For products, I'm using a Master's Touch Ready Cut watercolor card. I picked these up from my local Hobby Lobby. They are a pre-made wood pulp card sold under one of their major house brands. I am also using the Defiant Arts Bamboo Voyager palette today. It is my very first branded product that comes with 24 empty half pans already included. I have filled it with a mixture of different brands of watercolors from a different couple of sets that I have. Now that was done in a previously aired video on the channel, which I will be sure to link just in case you want to give it a look over. For brushes, I am using a few different ones from the Paint Crush Brush Collection by Christy Rice. Now despite all those products I just named, please use what you have. I always suggest that before I would encourage anyone to buy anything. Now, for this composition, I decided to try my hands at a cone flower sketch again. I have recently found that I love to attempt to paint this flower, and I figured this quick sketch would be another great chance to get some practice in. Now, I sketched the image from a coloring page I Googled online and then added my own background and tabletop to the composition. I wanted something quick today, but that would also be a skill builder at the same time. The palette you see me mixing on has leftover paints from the Gansei Tanbai Aurora granulating watercolor set. So I just mixed it with the paints from the Bamboo Voyager palette just to see how they would play together. Most of the heavy lifting for this painting was done with the pen. Now, there will also be a traceable available of today's painting over in the Patreon community for all Creation Station members. At this point, what you have noticed that I have done is to paint the tabletop with a mixture of yellow ochre and Quin Gold Deep. I applied that in a watery wash because I wanted it to lighten once it dried. The leaves are being done with a mixture of sap green and some leftover Aurora green that was on my palette. Now that Aurora green added a touch of granulation to the paint, which gave the leaves a pretty little subtle texture. Afterwards, I mixed a darker green and used it inside the opening of the vase and on some of the shadow areas for the leaf. Now, once it comes down to the texture in the wood, I used a new-to-me brush just to give it a first try. The brush is part of the Royal Brush family line, and it is from the Aqualon Wisp set of brushes. Now, this is a unique brush where it looks like bristles have been cut away to make it more prone for texturing your painting. I could see this being good for maybe foliage, mountains, rocks, grass, other things of that nature. The colors that I whisked into the wood was yellow ochre, Quin Gold, and burnt umber. And then I'm going to use burnt umber in mass tone with just a touch of ultramarine blue in it to do the lines meant as separation in the wood planks to make up the table. Now for the coneflower petals, I used a mixture of fire red light and bismuth yellow. I washed it with, more water than paint was used for the first layer, and then I will shadow that with mass tone color by layering it once or twice. And as I moved into the vase, I used a phthalo blue with a lot of water for the first layer, and then dropped the same color into that wet wash and mass tone for the shadow. Doing this wet on wet will allow for a softer blend between the two shades as they dry without risking hard lines, especially on a wood pulp paper economical like this one. Everything else is a matter of a little dark here, sharpening a line there, sort of just tinkering around until I got the contrast between my lights, my midtones, and my darks right, to my eye anyway. Finally, I'm going to add a shadow under the vase to ground it to the painting. Now, That was a mixture of burnt umber and ultramarine blue I used to mix a cooler gray for that shadow, which you're going to see me get to really shortly. Now, because this was a watercolor greeting card, I decided I would stamp a couple of sentiments on it. I put the word hello right in the middle of the vase just to make it look like it was printed there. And then the top right hand corner, I stamped enjoy life. I just felt like hello, enjoy life was a really great love, joy, art for the love of art type of phrase that could be used to not only, encourage someone and give them good spirits, but maybe even encourage them to create themselves, which is always the point. Now, I darkened in the vase shading with a little bit more of that mixture of ultramarine and a little bit of the burnt umber mixed into the phthalo blue. So that would kind of round the bottle out a little bit more. And then using the exact same color that I used for the first layer of the petals, I used it again, mass tone, much less water, and just kind of went in and added more of an overlay, kind of glazed, almost dry brushing a little bit, just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. After that, it was time to go in with my highlights. You guys know that bleed proof is my friend. I used it to highlight all over the flowers and the leaves, and then to bring down that major shine that you would see in a glass bottle around the lip and going down the side, which the light would be reflecting from. And that's pretty much going to wrap up this painting. I'm going to outline it as I do with most of my cards. And with that being said, my friends, I'm going to see you on the other side of this after removing the tape and showing you what the card looks like with the white border. So here we are, my friends. This is the finished watercolor greeting card. I think it turned out really cute and nice. Here is the envelope that goes with it. Now, I'm going to be doing a little special project with this where I'm going to be turning this greeting card into a actual handmade sketchbook that I will be giving away with one of the bamboo Voyager palettes in an upcoming giveaway. Do keep in mind that these are available both through direct link buy, which you can find the link in the video description. They are available on the Thrifty Apprentice Defiant Art Etsy shop, or you can click the link to the website and just scan the QR code at the end of the photo slide for the bamboo Voyager. So several ways to source it. For those of you who have already ordered it, I really hope that you are enjoying your palette. And for those of you who are interested, check the video description. Thank you guys for joining me. Keep in mind, if you saw anything, heard anything, picked up on anything that you like, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Share the video, because sharing is caring, and maybe someone else would love to paint along to this little cute little watercolor greeting card. If you're new to the channel or returning and you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit the subscription button and the notification bell so that you will know when all of the latest content is coming out. Hit up the video comment section, guys. Let me know how you feel about today's video, today's project. Did you paint along? Are you going to give it a try? Have you ordered the palette? Just jump in the comment section and let me know what you guys think. Check the video description for all of the relevant links. And remember, as I tell you at the end of every single video, my friends, just keep creating.